So guys, is there anything out there you can think of that you could do to have fun with your family and not spend a lot of money? Well, that's what I want to talk to us about today, and that's coming up in just a few short seconds.
Hey, if you like our videos, go ahead and check out our website as well for further information. Website is www.raydawnproductions.com. Check us out on Facebook as well at www.facebook.com/raydawnproductions. And also, if you like these videos, how about you click the like and subscribe button? Do appreciate it. Thank you guys, and have a great day.
All right, thanks for listening to those quick commercials there. So, guys, I think family time is very important. It's hard to not want to be around family, especially if you love your family. And I'm one that I love to be around my daughter and my wife. And so, therefore, to me, family is very important. I understand we all have to be out there earning a paycheck. If we want to have, a house, vehicles to get back and forth to work, if we want to feed our family, we need all of that. And with all of that, and especially with over the last year, everything shut down, and a lot of people went without jobs. And even though you may have got your, stimulus payments, or you may have still got your bonus, your unemployment checks, finances can still be tight. And that's on everybody. That's even on the people that work. Finances can still be tight. So some people may say that they can't afford to take time for a family vacation, or even not a family vacation, but just take time off of work. Even if they get paid for this time off of work, they may feel they can't take this time and actually hang out with their family. But family vacation involves time with your family, and it does not have to cost you a fortune. I'm serious, it doesn't. There's many things you can do. You can spend time with your family at no cost. Take your allotted vacation time. A lot of places, you don't take your vacation and you lose it. Some will let you roll it over, some won't. I don't know everybody's situation, but if you're going to lose it, you might as well take it anyway. Yeah, you might get paid out for it, but why not take the time off, stay home with the family, do something low cost. There's lots of things that don't cost. I'm hoping everybody will kind of maybe on Facebook can get on there and put some messages out there of what you can do for a family vacation that doesn't cost much or doesn't cost nothing at all. You stay home and have fun with your family. My wife and I have a toddler of 3. In fact, she's almost to that age of 3 right now. She's extremely happy just going outside. She loves to go outside. Currently, we do live in the country, so going outside is not hard at all. I mean, just walk out the door. We got the big old front yard. Backyard's full of trees, but, front yard. We got the front porch out here. So you can just sit out there and have a blast. Even in the city, though, there's lots of options. And we even take some of these options, even though we live in the country, we even take some of these options ourselves. You have the option to go to the local city park. Daughter loves going to the city park because they have slides and they have swings, and she loves them both. Occasionally, my wife and daughter, because where I work at, it's about 3 hours away from the house. They'll drive up a little closer, and then I don't have to drive home that weekend, and they'll come up there, and we'll spend our time up there, closer to where I work. And so at that point, we're in a hotel. But let's pretend we just lived up there. We'd actually be living in the city at that point if that was the case. And so our only option would be the park. So therefore, we'd go to the park and she'd just play and have fun. That's one of the best ideas. Of course, if you live in an apartment complex, go to the pool there at the apartment. A lot of apartments have pools. City parks, of course, like I said, have no cost. They got all the playground equipment, swings, slides, all of that. Okay, and of course, like I said, my daughter, she loves to swing. You sit there and push her all day, she don't want to stop. Last time we took her to the park, she's like, not ready. And I'm like, you want to go slide? Nope, I want to swing. So, it's something easy. Not every kid wants to swing, but let them run around, have fun, hold their hand, walk around. If I'm heavy set, so I don't want to run, but hey, you can do that too. Younger children and of course any children, sit at the house and play some board games. How many times as growing up did you grab a board game out, play some Monopoly, play some Clue, stuff like that. Find some board games that your kids are really interested in. Maybe you just grab a deck of cards. I remember a game we used to play all the time was slapjack. Everybody get their cards, you'd deal out the whole deck of cards, and you'd start putting the card face up, and then you all of a sudden you'd get a jack out there, and first person's hand on the bottom of the deck got all them cards, and whoever had the most cards or all the cards at the end of the game, that's who won the game. You've got, what other games? You've got Uno, you've got Phase 10, and some of them, yeah, they might be a little more difficult for real young children, but have fun, take it easy, just sit back with them and teach them the game. It's fun to do, There's other learning fun activities. I can sit here and think about one we did last night. It has pictures. It's a magnet-based game, and you have the board down. And like I said, our child's almost 3, and it has a number or a letter, and it has a picture, and it's basically a match game. Hey, where's this piece go? And our daughter will sit there and put it on, it says A for alligator, and she'll find the spot for A for alligator, B for bear, and we don't write in order. We mix them up. That way it makes her think, where does this go? Where does that go? We sit there and played that, for like 30 minutes last night, an hour. Our house is kind of small, but it's just the 3 of us last night. We played hide and seek. Of course, our daughter loves to hide in the same spot every single time. But hey, as an adult, we can say, wonder where she went. And we go walk around, pretend she's not in the same spot, looking for her, and then all of a sudden we find her in the spot she was at all times. So right there, that is another fun activity, even in the house at nighttime, that you can play, that you can say, where's the child at? And all of a sudden, and she loves it. Every time she came out of this hiding spot, she goes, that was a great hiding spot. I hid really good right there. She's just having a blast with it. So that's some very low cost to no cost at all fun activities right there. Another great summer fun activity that has some cost up front, but if you have room, a swimming pool. Especially out in the country, or you got a big backyard in the town that doesn't have anything, no ordinances or anything, no rules and all that. And depending on the size of the pool, just one of them little inflatable pools, or of course a little wading pool for the younger children. But you could spend anywhere from, what does a wading pool cost? Probably $25 to $50, if that. And it's ankle deep for you, but your child can sit in it and get them, a little bit covered up in water. A little bit bigger pool, 3-4 foot deep. You may spend $300-$400. But you think about, if that's what you want to do, is go to the pool all summer long. Think about the cost to drive there. And even if you're in town, you still got gas to get there, or bus trip, whatever you might do to get there. So you got the cost to get there. And let's just say ticket prices are, $5 for kids, $7 for adults. 1 adult, 3 kids, 1 adult, 1 child. It all adds up. You want to, add up the cost before you go investing $300 or $400 in the pool, because now you got to also, maintain the cleanliness of the pool. But that's a headache. Not a headache you can't do without. But if the cost of all the entries to the pool and the driving back and forth, and now you're out and about, so it's like, I need to go to McDonald's and get my burger and my drink, or I need to get some bottles of water, or I need some snacks. All this stuff adds up, where if you're just sitting at the house, you got everything you already got, no big deal. And now you can swim multiple times a day. And so think how much that could save too, and how much more fun it could be. Get the whole family out there swimming versus maybe one parent works and the only time the pool's open is while the other parent's working. Or maybe both parents work and you have no time whatsoever to go to the pool because by the time you both get off, pool's closed. Let's see, another low-cost option. It does cost a little bit, and of course this here's one where you'd want to, add up the differences. Let's say you live in a city with a zoo, and hey, you don't just have to say, oh, the zoo's the same old thing over and over. Think of it this way. You get to get out there, you get to look at all the animals, and on top of that, most zoos have a lot of walking involved. If you're looking to, get a little exercise in, perfect way to do it. Option we looked at, we don't even live close to the zoo, but because where I work, it's not hard to get up to the zoo. And like I said, we stay up there occasionally, so I don't have to drive. My wife and daughter will drive up there, and we'll get a hotel. So we looked at the zoo where I live at, or near where I work at, and a family pass was, I think it was $80 roughly in there. And so we looked at it, and it's like, we did the cost between our daughter and me and my wife. 3 visits pays for itself. We've already been once. We went with some friends a couple weeks ago for our daughter's birthday. We're going to take her for that. And, it gets me and the wife some exercise. We get to walk around, stretch our legs a little bit. She gets to have fun because we asked her the first time, says, what do you want to go do? And she goes, I want to see the elephants. And then we come back and we just asked her, I asked her the other day, I said, well, on your birthday, what do you want to do? And she goes, I want to see the giraffes. So she's already changed this animal she wants to see this time around. Of course, we take her and show her all the animals, but the fact that, she's associating these animals in the zoo is awesome. So, therefore, with this pass, we also get discounts if we want to, certain food items, drink items, stuff like that. We get discounts. They have a train that goes around the zoo. We get discounts on that. So, yes, you might see the same exact animals week in, week out, month in, month out, because, maybe we go once a month, 3 months. We've already paid for it. But we can go longer, too, because we got the fall season. If we move up there, because we've talked about moving closer to where I work, that will help, too. All of this, makes it a lot cheaper. And so, $80 all of a sudden is like, man, we went to the zoo 5 times. So, look at how much we would have spent had we, paid each individual time. Other things, if you're involved in your church, your local church that you go to, like with my mom this week, she's with our church. She's out on a mission trip. And mission trips are not necessarily overseas. They can be right here in your own home state, maybe in your own hometown. There's different things that you can do with your church. Our church calls it a sports camp. They go to a church. They'll do it for our church during 1 week this summer, but they go to other churches around the state or nearby states, and they'll show them different sporting events. And it's nothing like, let's play basketball or let's play football. They've got other events that they've came up with that I've never even heard of on some of them until, they bring this stuff, bring it to the event. But they'll set stuff up like that. They'll go and they'll teach the kids Bible verses along with all this too. So it's a great event right there. And our local church does 2 or 3 a year usually. And like I said, they're just during the summertime usually. They drive a few hours, and then they go to that church that Sunday. They do some canvassing. They go spread out flyers over the course of that Sunday and say, hey, we're going to be here this time, this date, the rest of this week and all that. But it's events like sports camp or summer camp, vacation Bible school programs, things like that churches get involved in that actually, can be a fun way to spend a week, with your family there in the church. You can actually go and assist. You take your family. Some churches allow you to take your whole family to help out. And so it's something fun to do. I've never been. I've been on some of the events to, help pass out flyers, but I've never been able to do anything beyond that. This week I guess I could have, but we'd already made plans, and I didn't even know about the event until we'd already made plans with my daughter and my daughter's birthday, and so. But yeah, there we go with that. These trips can cost the members a little bit that are going, depending on the size of the church, the budget of the church. From what I understand, they just mainly require some money for food costs, maybe a little bit to help pay for some gas. But I know for sure they use the church vans to transport everybody. Like I said, they may charge a little bit to help cover some of the food costs because they are buying food for everybody to eat. But other than that, they stay in the church that they're going to. Usually the church where they're going to puts them up in maybe their educational buildings, Sunday school buildings, whatever. And so there is no charge for where they're having to stay in, lodging wise. But that's something that, you could think about. It's not a very long conversation piece today. Sorry that it's not a big, long conversation piece. But I wanted to throw out some ideas because, there are a lot of people out there, oh, I can't afford to take a vacation, or, oh, I can't afford to take time off. It's expensive, It's something easy, just a few cheap ideas. Not everything you have to do costs an arm and a leg. Sometimes, yes, if you're doing good financially, take that nice trip, Disneyland, whatever. Of course, later this year, the wife and I are talking about taking our daughter, and we're going to go meet her great-grandparent, her great-grandparents that are still alive, because she don't have many great-grandparents alive. But it's like, you know what? Let's take her, and, it's 1,200 mile trip, something like that. But it's like, we've not done that. The only time me and my wife have been out there and visited was when we used to team drive, and we haven't been out there in years now. And so it's like, it'd be a perfect time to take her out there. Yes, she may not remember her great-grandparents, but we can take pictures of her hanging out and getting to have a blast with them and have fun with them. And if something was to happen in the future, we've got pictures. Hey, this here's your great-grandpa. This here's your great-grandma. You got to hang out with them. Yeah, you don't remember them now because maybe you were too young. But, you've still got the pictures to prove there was a memory and a connection there. So that's one thing. But, yeah, me personally, I believe family is very important. You got to love your family. You need to look out for your family. And, guys, I appreciate you listening to this. Like I said, it was really quick and short, and there's not much I can say about it. But I'm really hoping if you you listen to my podcast, you can go to my, I kind of went over the same thing in my blog, raydawnproductions.com, under the tab blog. You can find this. My Facebook page, What's on Kevin's Mind. Guys, I'd like to continue this conversation in other ways too. That way, because I don't know of every idea out there, but it'd be nice. Let's go ahead and spread this out. Let's get more ideas. That way everybody can have a nice, fun summer, spend time with the family. And it don't have to be this summer. Maybe you've already got plans this summer, but you're like, man, I'm tired of spending all this money. I wish there was other ways I could spend time with my family and make it cheap. So please, please, please get out there, get on my Facebook page, website, on the on the blog. You can put it out there. Email me, raydawnqanda@gmail.com. Let's get all this posted out there for everybody, okay? Guys, I appreciate it. Take it easy. Have a good day, and God bless.